New films from Berlin show yet more evidence of the colossal damage done.
Berlin was a broken city when the war ended in 1945, and then in 1961 it was divided by the Berlin Wall, built to keep East Germans from fleeing to the West. Fast forward to today, the Berlin Wall is largely gone. The parts that do remain serve as an outdoor museum. Millions visit every year. In the years since the wall fell, East Berlin has caught up to the West. These glittering new apartments were built on what was East Berlin. This Berlin street is known as Little Damascus. Syrians and others fleeing from war have started new businesses and restaurants here. Entrepreneurs from around the world have also come, pumping new life into the city. American tour operator Jeremy Mintzberg is one of them.
And all of a sudden tourists started coming here and they realized this is a really cool place to be, and they started telling everybody. And with Brexit happening, a lot of people don't know where they're going to be with that, and many businesses have decided to relocate here in Berlin.
But graffiti on the walls reflect the frustration by some Berliners that the new arrivals have led to skyrocketing rents.
Everything is becoming unaffordable. It's the San Franciscoization of Berlin. So the average Berliner is having a very, very difficult time keeping up with what all these people with foreign salaries. It is creating a social problem here in Berlin.
Still, Berlin's economy is growing, but the rest of East Germany hasn't fared as well. Though there are a handful of successful cities in the east, much of the former GDR lost its industry when the wall fell. Abandoned factories like this were common. Millions lost their jobs or moved away.
Around 80% of the people lost their job after the wall came down, after the re-unification. Many people were desperate to find something new, to find work, and so many people left.
According to Erdmann, there's a strong connection between the rise of right-wing extremism and the collapse of the East German economy after German reunification.
The AfD, the right-wing party here in Germany, has actually quite targeted Eastern states. They have been immensely successful over there.
Green Party official Jana Brix worries about the rise of right-wing extremism in her country.
For a good democracy, for working democracy, we need a big amount of people who are raised in a democratic way, who think in a democratic way, and I'm afraid that we will lose that. Of course, I'm very worried about it. I still think it's not lost, there's still hope, and we have to work on it, but we can't act like everything is fine.
30 years after the fall of the Berlin Wall, young people like Brix are doing their best to preserve German democracy. But as a recent right-wing terrorist attack against the synagogue in the former East Germany demonstrated, anti-Semitism and Islamophobia remain deeply entrenched threats. Michael Scaturro for VOA News, Berlin.